The esophagus. On either side, you have a pair. What are these supposed to be?
Vagus nerves and the
It's the vagus nerve and the
carotid.
common carotid arteries. We call this the carotid sheath. Okay, they're wrapped up together. Vagus nerve, what's going to innervate?
The heart.
The heart
And the gut.
and the guts. So you should see it going to the heart, and you should see it going down to the diaphragm to get to the guts. Okay? So if you follow it down, on either side, you just do the same thing on both sides. So I got some here. I pull it here, it's the same one, so I know I'm in the same spot. Here, it goes down towards the back of the heart where the SA node would be. Wraps down, and you see it come back out along the esophagus. Okay, the vagus will be associated with the esophagus, really tight, real medial in the middle. The other nerve, what's the other nerve we're going over today? The phrenic nerve. What's it innervating? The diaphragm. So it's still also going to be going down towards the diaphragm. But you'll see it off laterally on both sides. Okay, it's off to the sides. The vagus one runs right down the center with the esophagus. Okay, so don't forget those two. What is this supposed to be? Superior vena cava, and down here,
Inferior vena
inferior vena cava. And we had this new one we added this week, this blue one in the back,
Azygos.
the azygos. Yeah, down the back. And you have some branches coming off the azygos. What are these supposed to be?
Intercostal.
Your intercostal veins.
The sinus is on the heart.
The sinus, yeah, the sinus will be in the back of the heart, which if we actually cut this back, it looks like you'll be able to see it, which is pretty cool. I'll try that. I'll try to cut off this cirrhosis. All right, to the other side. What's this supposed to be here?
Descending.
This is your descending aorta. This part would be your
Aortic arch.
arch. What's this first branch coming off the arch here?
Left
This
subclavian.
is your left subclavian artery. And this one?
Brachiocephalic.
Brachiocephalic
Artery.
artery. And then right here, it branches into three things. This one here,
Carotid.
left common carotid. And here, second
Right
branch.
subclavian.
And then your first branch.
It's the right subclavian.
The right subclavian. This one's your right common carotid.
Which one was it?
It goes up into the neck.
This
The
is
middle
your
one?
Right common carotid.
Okay.
Okay, so how many branches are coming off the brachiocephalic artery in the cap?
3.
3, and how many are coming off the arch?
2.
2, for a total of 5.
5.
How many come off the adult human aortic arch?
3.
3, and how many come off the brachiocephalic?
2.
Just 2. Still 5. Okay. What's this supposed to be here? The structure?
Auricle.
The right auricle. Your left auricle is kind of tucked hiding. There you go. On the back side.
The same size on the left as the left one is.
The right one always looks bigger, every single one. I would imagine it probably is. And every single dissection I've ever done, it's always way bigger on the right. What else? Okay, veins. So on this vein, this is still in your superior vena cava. Your last two that contribute into that, these are your brachiocephalics. Okay, so you have left and right brachiocephalic vein. And then after that, when it branches, it changes name and you go subclavian.
That section from the superior vena cava to where it branches, would that be called a trunk or just like
The trunk.
No, we only do trunks on arteries. Remember, like a tree trunk before it branches off? That's where that name comes from. When you use these ones, you don't
Tributary.
talk about it. I just do it because it's easier to see in superior vena cava, and I go outwards. But I should be starting outwards and be moving inwards. And I say, this one, what's this one's name? This one, what's this one's name? What are these ones both contributing to? Or what are they both tributaries of? That's what I should be saying in reality, so I can trace the blood backwards. It's just easier if you find them and move outward from the heart. Okay, so this is again what? Little tiny section?
right brachiocephalic?
Right brachiocephalic vein, and this one would be right
Subclavian.
subclavian
Vein.
vein. Okay, and what would be dumping into the left subclavian vein?
The carotid, the left common carotid, or is that a jugular? Or the thoracic duct?
The thoracic duct. That's cool. The thoracic duct. And I'll ask you, the lymphatic, what's the name of the lymphatic vessel that contributes or dumps into the left subclavian vein? Looking for a thoracic duct. Or if I can find it on a cat, I'll identify it, and I'll say identify this lymphatic vessel. Or I'll say just a question. I'll say pin this, pin this, pin this, and it'll just be a straight up question with nothing pinned. It just says the thoracic duct dumps into which major vessel. It drains all the lymph fluid from 3/4 of your body. So if you cut your head in half, this part of your body into a quarter, this part all dumps into one duct, and this part all dumps into one duct. The most of your body dumps into the thoracic duct. All your fluid in your lymph accumulates within the thoracic duct, Thoracic duct comes up the back, wraps around behind, and then dumps right into that vein. So it comes up kind of like a candy cane and dumps down.
So what is the significance?
All your lymph fluid gets treated. So all your blood coming from your tissues goes into veins. All the blood leaving your heart going into tissues goes into arteries. And then anytime you get an inflammation or you have fluid accumulation or you get edema or some sort, all that fluid doesn't get drained into your blood, it gets drained into your lymph vessels. And so all excess fluid comes back in. But normally if you have an irritation, you have a swelling, it usually means you have something foreign in your tissues. Or it might just be debris. This might be cellular debris from an injury. It will come back up, it will be dumped into your heart, and it will go through your heart still. Cool?
What are the two veins coming in from the neck?
These ones?
Yeah,
These are your jugulars.
Jugulars.
So
Is that the same as a common carotid?
you have an external and internal. This is what would be the equivalent of your carotid.
Carotid.
Yeah, so most veins and arteries are paired. And they have the same name, left subclavian, right subclavian, or you have subclavian artery, subclavian vein. But with the jugulars, you have the jugular, and then you have common carotid.
Okay.
Then you have an internal and external jugular, which will branch, or actually contribute, I guess you could say. And then when we do the common carotid, so when we get to the head, you have an internal and external common carotid. So they do the same thing.
So with the left side, you have the common, the jugular vein, and the left subclavian, as well as the thoracic duct dumping into the left brachiocephalic.
They all be contributing. That's your last thing, is the subclavian and then brachiocephalic. So everything has to dump into one of those two before it goes back into the superior. Yeah.
Can you point out the thoracic duct again, please?
There's not on here. It should be a piece of dark brown duct. This is still blue, so it's still vein.
Okay.
But see this color here? This dark brown? All this like connective tissue brown? It would be that same color. And it looks almost brownish or greenish. Like almost kind of like this.
Okay.
How it looks kind of like brownish greenish right there. That's what it looks like if it's a duct right here.
Lymph collection. Right?
Yeah, full of lymph fluid.
Okay.
But I don't have it on mine. I think I just ripped it off and I was picking it clean.
Very nice.
And that's it for the cap. And then next week we'll jump ships and we'll go down to the other cabin. Okay. So you guys are good. Let me come back through.